Via Skype is Mike Billington with the Executive Intelligence Review. Many thanks for joining us here on Press TV, Mr. Billington. Now, first of all, Russia has time again reiterated the fact that the situation in Ukraine is not of its creation, and it is mainly responding to what has been created within Ukraine and basically protecting its own citizens and those in the Crimea region. Do you see it that way too?
Yeah, absolutely. The call for a referendum for separation in Crimea is, in fact, contrary to the national constitution. But the vote to throw Yanukovych out of office was also against the Constitution. It did not have the required number, according to the Constitution, to impeach the president. And therefore, in fact, Yanukovych is still the legitimate president, even though he's obviously not in office. But the current government there is absolutely illegitimate. And the attempt by Obama and Kerry to insist that this legitimate government, which is in fact illegitimate, be honored by Western countries is an absolute abomination. And the attempt to accuse Russia of interfering in the internal affairs of Ukraine after the entire world watched Victoria Nuland, Obama's personal representative to Ukraine, on that interview that was caught with her talking to the ambassador, plotting the overthrow of a sovereign elected government. This is a crime, a gross crime against civilization under international law. It is in itself adequate to demand that Obama be impeached. But the call at the end of last week by Obama to declare a national emergency inside the United States, a call which has not been broadcast widely, or you might not even know it. But his call for a national emergency in the United States is totally contrary to American law. It has no basis in truth. He's claiming that the Russian intervention into Crimea, which, by the way, is completely legitimate under the treaties that Russia has with Crimea, they're allowed to have 26,000 troops there. But his claim that that is a national emergency in the United States is simply proof that Obama is declaring himself a dictator, that he's acting outside of the Constitution, outside of the Congress, and that he must be impeached immediately if we are not to go to a thermonuclear confrontation with Russia in the coming days.
Well, speaking of which, Mr. Billington, we're quickly running out of time. We have 30 seconds to answer this. It seems the Crimea referendum is going to go through no matter what different players say. And it seems like it will choose to side with Russia, according to statistics. So how is the West going to respond to that?
Well, that's the issue. This is not an issue about Ukraine. This is an issue about a thermonuclear war confrontation between Obama and his British controllers with Russia. A war confrontation they desire because the Western financial system is in complete collapse. And therefore, they are pushing for a war to have the right to force Russia and China to back down to an imperial policy of looting the entire world. And this has to be reversed, and the only way it can be reversed is under U.S. constitutional law to impeach this criminal president.
All right, Mike Billington with the Executive Intelligence Review there, joining us from Leesburg via Skype. Many thanks.